Hello my dear children, welcome to today's English class on Madhu App. Children, we were discussing The Lost Child by Mulk Raj Anand. So far, we discussed all the 3 scenes of the story. Today, we will discuss its last, that is the 4th scene of the story. Before going to the 4th scene, let us just recall what we read in our previous class. The child made a bold request to go on the roundabout. He was really terrified when found that his parents were not there. He ran hither and thither in all directions. He felt very helpless. His sob continued. Then he ran towards a temple where people were crowding. Unable to move farther, the child raised his voice with the highest pitch. Father, mother! A man from the crowd finally lifted the child up in his arms. Okay, children? Let us now discuss what is there in scene 4 of the story. Listen to me carefully while I am reading the text for you. Okay, children? How did you get here, child? Whose baby are you? The man asked worriedly. The child wept more bitterly than ever now and only cried, I want my mother, I want my father. The man tried to soothe him by taking him to the roundabout. Will you have a ride on the horse? He gently asked as he approached the ring. The child did not look at it, but he only shouted, I want my mother, I want my father. Okay, children? The man headed towards the place where the snake charmer still played on the flute to the swine cobra. Listen to that nice music, child, he pleaded. But the child shut his ears with his fingers and shouted his double-pitched strain. I want my mother, I want my father. The man took him near the balloons, thinking the bright colors of the balloons would distract the child's attention and quieten him. Would you like a rainbow-colored balloon? He very lovingly asked. The child turned his eyes from the flying balloons and just sobbed. I want my mother, I want my father. Moving next, the man, still trying to make the child happy, bore him to the gate where the flower seller sat. Look, can you smell those nice flowers? Child, would you like a garland to put round your neck? The child turned his nose away from the basket and repeated his sob. I want my mother, I want my father. Okay, children? Thinking he could change the child's mind and make him happy by a gift of sweets, the man took him to the counter of the sweet shop. What sweets would you like, child? He asked. The child turned his face from the sweet shop and only sobbed. I want my mother, I want my father. Okay, children? There must be some unfamiliar words. Let us discuss the meaning of those words first. Wept. That means cried. Okay. Bitterly means in a disappointed manner. It was written more bitterly. The child cried. He was very disappointed. Soothe means to make somebody feel calmer or better. Just to calm down, quieten the child. Approach means to come near or to come close. Okay. Swaying means moving slowly from one side to another side. It was here referred to the movement of the hood of the cobra to the music of the snake charmer. Okay. Strain means with lot of stress. To give more stress on the voice. Distract means to take somebody's attention away from that he wants. Here, the man tried to distract the attention of the child from his parents. So, distract means to take the attention away. Quieten means to make someone again calmer or silent. Here it is also used in case of the child. The man tried to quieten the child, make the child a little bit calm. Okay, children? Now, children, let us explain what is written in this part of the text. Towards the end of scene 3, we came to know that a stranger, a man, lifted the child from the crowd. The man found that the child was crying bitterly. The child was shouting, was searching his parents. Naturally, the man was surprised to find a child, a lonely child in such a crowd. So, out of worriedness, the man asked, "How did you get here, child? Whose baby are you? How you came here? You are alone. Where are your parents? Whose child are you?" The man asked, being worried about the state of the child. The child only wept more bitterly than ever now. He cried only. He was unable to speak anything. He only cried and cried and cried. And this time the cry, it was even more bitter. "I want my mother. I want my father." The only thing that the child spoke. "I want my mother. I want my father." Then the man, the stranger, he tried to soothe him. He tried to calm the boy so that the boy could speak anything about his parents. By taking him to the roundabout, he wanted to distract the mind of the child. So the man took him to the roundabout. Do you remember, children, how the child reacted earlier looking at the roundabout? He wanted to have a ride on it. "Will you have a ride on the horse?" he gently asked as he approached the ring. As the man went closer to the ring, having the child with him, he asked the child, "Do you want to have a ride on the horse, child?" But the child, look how he reacted. The child did not look at it, as if the roundabout, he was not at all interested in that. He didn't even look at the roundabout, but he only shouted, "I want my mother, I want my father." The only thing that the child wanted at that moment was his parents only. Okay, children, you may have a look. The stranger trying to soothe the child. This was the roundabout. The child wanted to go on a ride here, but afterwards he denied. Afterwards he didn't pay attention to it. Next, the man, as the boy was not at all interested on the ride, the man headed towards the place where the snake charmer still played on the flute, to the swaying cobra. Here swaying refers to the movement of the hood of the cobra from one side to another side. Now the man took the child to the snake charmer. Still the snake charmer was playing his flute, and still the cobra's hood was swaying. "Listen to that nice music, child," he pleaded. Now, with a desperate effort, the man tried to stop the boy from crying. He pleaded, he requested, "Listen to the music, child. Nice music, isn't it?" But the child shut his ears with his fingers. The child was not at all interested to listen to any such music. So he shut his ears with the help of his fingers like this and shouted his double-pitched strain. This time even more louder, even more put more stress on his voice. He shouted, "I want my mother, I want my father." The man took him near the balloons. Still, the man was not disappointed. He tried his level best. He made another try. He took him near the balloons, thinking the bright colors of the balloons would distract the child's attention, could change the mind of the child. He thought so and took him to the balloon seller. he tried to quieten the child by showing him the balloons. What he said? Would you like a rainbow colored balloon? Rainbow colored, what do you mean by that? Rainbow is a combination of different colors. That is why we feel attracted towards rainbow. Showing at the different colored balloons, the man tried to console the child. The man tried to make the child calmer. He very lovingly asked with lots of affection. The man, who was a stranger, asked the child, "Do you want a colorful balloon, child?" But the child turned his eyes from the flying balloons. The child didn't want to even look at the balloons, didn't want to see the color. So he closed his eyes and just sobbed, "I want my mother, I want my father." The only thing that the boy wanted at that moment was his mother and his father. Look how the snake charmer was playing the flute and how the cobra's hood was swaying. Look, the man with so many colorful balloons was selling it. But these things did not able to attract the child. Moving next, the man. Now the man still trying to make the child happy. As I told you that the man did not lose his heart, did not felt disappointed. The man tried his level best. Again and again he tried in spite of the failure. This time he tried to make the child happy. What he did? He bore him to the gate where the flower seller sat. Do you remember, children? The garland, the flower seller and the flower which the child liked the most. Could you tell me what was the name? Very nice. Gulmohar, isn't it? The man tried. Look, can you smell those nice flowers, child? The flower, isn't it smell very nice? The man asked the child. Would you like a garland to put round your neck, child? Again the man asked. Do you want to have a garland? Do you like flowers, child? These were some attempts that the man made just to divert the mind of the child. But what happened? The child turned his nose away from the basket and only repeated his sob. The child was not at all interested even to take the very nice fragrance of those flowers. What he only said, he sobbed, "I want my mother, I want my father." No. All these things I have nothing to do with it. I want my mother and my father only. Look, the man with garlands selling it but could not attract the child this time. Again, thinking he could change the child's mind, the man this time again tried make him happy by a gift of sweets, thinking that the child could be attracted towards sweets. What the man did? The man took him to the counter of the sweet shop. Do you remember, children, that sweet shop? Can you tell me what was the favorite sweet of the child? Very nice. Barfi, na? Very good. So, again, the man took the child to the sweet shop, thinking that probably this time the child could stop crying. What sweets would you like, child? The man asked. Do you like sweets? Do you want to have any sweet? Which is your favorite sweet, child? Tell me. The man asked. The child turned his face from the sweet shop, but unfortunately this time also, the boy didn't want to even look at his favorite sweet or other sweets. So he turned his face away from those sweets, from that sweet shop, and he only sobbed, "I want my mother, I want my father." So children, now we could get that The things that were able to attract the child in the fair earlier when he was along with his parents, no more these were attracted things for him. Even though the man tried his level best to make the child console, still the child was unable to stop crying. The only thing that he wanted was his parents only. No other thing could replace his parents now. Okay, children. So this much is the text. Look, the sweet seller, how so many sweets were there but unable to attract the mind of the child. Okay, children. This much is the text. Let us discuss some question answers based on this part of the story. Okay, children. Answer the following questions in a word or a phrase. Who asked worriedly, "How did you get here, child?" Tell me. Very nice. The man or the stranger? The man. Okay. Next. How did the child weep? Very good. More bitterly. More bitterly. Okay. Next. How did the man try to soothe the child? What he did? How did he try to soothe the child? Very good. He tried to soothe the child by taking him to the roundabout. By taking him to the roundabout. Okay, children. Next, did the child look at the roundabout? No. Very nice. No. He was not at all interested to look at the roundabout. Next, listen to that nice music, child. Who pleaded? Very good. The man pleaded. Okay, children. Moving next. Tell me, children. How did the child react to the snake charmer's music? Was he interested in it? Very good. He was not at all interested. Rather, what he did? He sucked his ears with his fingers. Very good. He sucked his ears with the fingers. Okay, children. Next, what did the boy shout? Very good. He only shouted, "I want my mother, I want my father." I want my mother. I want my father. Okay, children. Moving next. What did the man ask the child very lovingly? What he asked? Very good. Would you like to have a rainbow colored balloon? Okay. Would you like to have a rainbow colored balloon? Okay. Next, how did the child react to the flying balloons? Yes, very nice. He closed his eyes. Didn't want to even see the colorful balloons. Closed his eyes. Okay, children. Next, can you smell those nice flowers? Who asked this? Very good. The man asked. Okay, children? Next, what did the man do to make the child happy? Very nice. He took him to the sweet shop. Took the child to the sweet shop. Okay, children. Moving next. Now, question number 2. Fill in the blanks using the words given in the bracket. Take the help of these words and fill in the blanks. Okay, children? Would you like a dash colored balloon? He asked. What could be the answer? Very nice. Rainbow colored balloon. Okay. Next, the man tried to dash the child. Very good. Soothe the child. Soothe the child. Next, the child wept more dash than ever. Very good. Bitterly. So, bitterly. Bitterly than ever. Next, the cobra was still dash its hood to the music. Very good. Swaying. Okay. Next, child, would you like a dash to put round your neck? Very good. Garland. Isn't it? Okay. Next, the man dashed the child to the gate. Very good. Bore. Bore is the past tense of bear. Isn't it? Okay. Very nice. Moving next. Write T for the true statement and F for the false one. We have to write T or F. Okay. Number 1. The man asked worriedly, "Whose baby are you?" Is it true or false? Very nice. True. So, T. Okay. Next, the child looked at the roundabout eagerly. Is it true? No. False. So, F. Okay. Next, the child wanted those flying balloons. True or false? Very good. False. He no more wanted the balloons, isn't it? The child turned his nose away from the flower basket. True or false? Very good. True. Next, the child no more wanted any sweet. True or false? Very good. True. Next, the child only sobbed. True or false? Very good. True. Next, the child cried, "I want my mother, I want my father." Very nice. True. That is the only thing that the child wanted. He wanted his mother and his father. Okay, children. So, with this, we completed the story, The Lost Child. Let us complete today's class with a very beautiful quotation of Albert Einstein, which says, "Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school." So with this, children, we'll stop our class today. Thank you, children. Bye-bye.